So what can lead to strife in the home, particularly homes where we've got teenage boys or boys that are now transiting from childhood to teenagehood? Hello, how are you? This is Bukola Jodibo, fondly referred to as Kiki, and welcome again to the month of April, where we will be talking about forgiveness in the family. Today, I want to focus on strife. What is strife? The dictionary says strife is angry or bitter disagreement over fundamental issues or conflicts. Let's underline the word fundamental, and we will come back to that. But yeah, strife is angry or bitter disagreement over fundamental issues or conflicts. And so what can lead to strife in the home, particularly homes where we've got teenage boys or boys that are now transiting from childhood to teenagehood? There are so many things that are happening in the lives of our boys, in their body system, as they grow from childhood to teenagehood. And a lot of the times, these boys do not understand it. The best way I like to describe these things are, for us women, when we go through PMS, or, for those of us, those that are beginning to experience premenopausal symptoms, or as well as sometimes men or people will talk about midlife crisis. All of those things are happening when we're transiting from one phase of life to the other. And so when our boys are transiting from from childhood to teenagehood, these crises are happening in their body, in their system, that they do not understand, and it makes them behave in weird ways. And because we parents do not understand it as well, sometimes we respond to them based on the way they are behaving. And because we're responding that way, before you know it, the teenage boy is angry, the parents are angry, and there are clashes between the father and the son and the mom and the dad. And then because of all of these issues, there are so many things that are filtering down from this set of people to other members of the family. Before you know it, there are issues in the family. Remember, we read earlier on fundamental issues. And when we don't learn to forgive when these issues arise, I actually say in my home, forgive ahead, because issues will arise. So there is really nothing that we should do to each other that should lead to strife if we've forgiven ahead, if we've dealt with it within ourselves ahead. So when all of these things begin to filter down to the other siblings or other members of the home, they begin to see XYZ son as the problem. What if dad didn't have them? What if mom and dad did not have them? What if they are stopped at 2? What if they are stopped at 1? Or what if they didn't have me? I wouldn't have to be going through. And before you know it, everybody has one thing against the other person in the home that they are angry about, particularly against the teenage sibling, the teenage boy sibling in the home. And why do we need to actively, continually forgive? So that these things do not filter down, so that we can enjoy our home. The family is the first unit we're born into, and it's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to develop us and not break us. But when we allow strife and bitterness, it definitely leads to broken people emerging from the home. Walking in love helps us understand how to forgive ahead. It's okay to be offended. Yes, it's okay, because we would definitely be offended. But how do you respond to the offenses? How do you respond or give feedback about things that offend you, or about reasons why you're offended? And then how do you give feedback to yourself when you're offended as an adult? Because remember, our children are learning from us. There was a time myself and my husband said to ourselves, things will happen in our home. but we have to be the adults. Who is the adult in the home? There is a quick scenario where a child comes downstairs and then he walks past you without saying hello to you. It happens a lot. Because most of the time they are absent-minded. I'm not giving excuses for them, but this is the truth. So when this happens, and then the adult goes, "Didn't you see me? Can't you open your mouth to say hello?" And all of those kind of row in the house. And the child is looking at you and wondering, what just happened? And then you're getting angry because the child doesn't know what to say, and the child is just staring and wondering, what just happened there? And then it goes on and on and on. But if we walk in love, last month, was it the month of February, we're talking about love in the home. Love does not glory in anger. Love is not easily angered. Love is not proud. Let's take a pause and think about it as parents. I love my children, but why am I easily angered within the home? Why do I react and respond the way I do in my home when I won't do that in the office with my colleagues? I leave that with you as a thought today, and I'll be back next week with the second part of forgiveness. I am Kiki, and I love you and your boys.